And welcome back to JKLIVE Live here at Citizen Television. I tell you, I thought politics was all about the pettiness and all we see on TV every day. I guess one day we will change because some professionals are getting into it. Imagine a lawyer, an engineer, and a doctor all here as part of the next government. Hopefully, they're all running as MCAs in their respective wards. Engineer Catherine Mwai, she's in the middle, a ward in Murang'a County. Wakili Henry Wanyundi, running for a ward in Kakamega County. And Dr. Kinyanjui Koimbori, running for a ward, oh, not just a ward, but she's running for Speaker of the County Assembly of Nakuru County. Yes. And you're telling me in the break, Dr. You're saying, I mean, it's been a crazy campaign period.
Yes, it is. It has been. And one of the funniest challenges I faced is that I gave out campaign posters to my guys to do it, obviously to put it around town. So in that heated time they were doing that, I think they went overboard and they didn't know the boundary of my ward. They went to the neighboring ward. So what happened is I was even receiving calls. Mweshimiwa, what happened? Are you vying in my area? And then I was asking why. Why are you saying that? I'm seeing your posters in my area, in my doorsteps. So when I called my guys and they said, okay, Mweshimiwa pole sana, we put it in the next neighbor. Why? Unajua wafuasi wako, your voters also live in this ward. So when they are coming to work, to vote for you, maybe in the next day or maybe coming to town, they will see your posters. So you see, let me tell you, the hula baloos you are seeing are so many. And you actually have to put all your education, you have to downgrade yourself to that level to understand them at that level, because they don't understand logic, and they don't understand keeping your word and all that. So I think these are the challenges I'm facing. And as I told you during the short break is that my career as a high school teacher also, all I can say is that my students I used to chase away students due to school fees. And that pains me a lot. The reason being that they were waiting for CDF money from their MCAs. So you find that MCAs were dishing out 2,000 shillings, and then during the electioneering period, like right now, they're giving CDF up to a tune of 10,000. So my question is, where have you been taking that 8,000 that the students in my class needed? So I resorted to telling my students, just hold on, hold my duster, my chalk, and my pen. Let me go out and clean that mess. So me going out is to clean that mess and to ensure that CDF reaches my students on time. And then I think after solving all that, I think I'll talk to Magoha, to Professor Magoha, for me to go back to class.
Yeah. You'll go back to copying that. Engineer, you were saying a moment ago?
Like Wakili was saying, the upside down papers. Yes. It is so unfortunate that you hear stories of MCA knocking doors of the governor ati tuambie chenye tutafanya. Yet they are the ones who are supposed to go get the people's problems, come up with solutions to assist the people at the ground. But they are going to ask the governor tupe kitu yenye tunaweza andika. Yet this person has the oversight to even come up with the county integrated development plan that goes for 5 years, Jeff. Will we be going and knocking? No. That is why we are here. We have the capacity to plan, to come up with solutions, and to assist ourselves as devolution was supposed to be played.
Let me ask you this, engineer. As a woman running in that ward in Murang'a, what do the men think? Do they think this woman is just, she's too overqualified?
Jeff, I think I've been in a male-dominated field.
Sure. Starting
from being in a class of 70 and only having 12 ladies. Then going and working as being the only lady. You even get to stand next to a man. When someone is coming to ask engineer, they don't refer you as the lady. No, wanakujia the man. And then they get to realize I'm the one giving solutions. And they're amazed. So I think my community is very proud of me, to have educated me, and now I am here to serve them. Yes.
Okay, what do you say? You're going to be dealing with a whole bunch of crazy people, you know
crazy
that.
People
yes.
In that house.
Yeah. Are you ready for that?
I've been prepared for that, Jeff.
Are you ready for the backlash? Because,
yes.
you know, Wajuaji sometimes, you know, they start saying, oh, Umtu, Amesoma, Mjuaji. Yeah. You know, they'll start, you know, throwing all kinds of dirt at you.
It is already going on. It's an ongoing thing. Mm. And the beauty of it is that I was well prepared. We have shared my professional life, and nothing puzzles me on the reaction from the community. Because even their first reaction was, huyu wakili anakuja kula chakula ya watoto. Let me tell you, the first words, their first reaction is, why will this guy, a seasoned lawyer, seasoned career civil servant, somebody who should be serving the national and probably international on an international platform, come down to this law platform and want to be an MCA? Then I told them, the ideals that are driving me are quite different from what probably has driven the majority of people who have come to ask for this position. Money is out of the question. Because if it's really money or the salary, then I should have stuck at the National Land Commission. Because that is a very well-paying job, being a director at a commission. So for me to take a paycheck, I mean a pay cut, as Dr. has put it, and which literally I'm actually taking a risk of taking a 70% pay cut to serve my people. So that alone should actually tell you that what's driving me is not money, is to have a positive change in the society.
Okay. Dr. what happens if you lose?
Yeah, obviously, as a scholar, I have weighed all options. And mine, I can say, is that leadership comes in different packages. That's why I'm seeing people losing their seats, losing nomination certificates. They are crying, they are doing all those things. That's because they didn't go with good intentions in that seat. You can serve people at different capacities. I have an organization which I've been doing philanthropic and activities, matters environmental conservation. So my vision is that even if I lose this seat, there are so many other positions I can serve. I can even serve as the CEC of a ministerial position within the county and to serve my people. I can serve as a speaker. So there are so many leadership opportunities within government that I can be able to serve. Just recently I saw the president and the government even talking about issues to do with food security and the rest. I have the technical know-how to solve all these issues once that time comes. But for now, my call is to serve the people. And if another call comes, I'll be up to the task. Yeah. But the main issue is that we need to have leaders of substance. Leaders of substance is the main issue. Let the voters vote on merit, not on hearsay. And maybe I blame, let me say even blame the media to some extent for only highlighting some of the shenanigans that some of the leaders are portraying, not leaders, politicians. Like, if you go out and do some funny things, you trend. That trending aspect, news, it will sell. But outside there, you're making that guy popular. But you end up now getting that guy elected, but not on merit. So you see, we're having people who are doing all those kinds of things, corrupt cases, all these ethical issues, adulterous issues, and so many things, even caught on video. So they trend, and then afterwards, they're elected. So once we set that threshold and you don't give them the latitude of going on air, once they do all these shenanigans, then you'll give us, the qualified and the skilled people, opportunity to be elected on merit. But once you give them that latitude, you have actually crippled us, because now you are making us to fight and to come to their level. Because the media, maybe they want somebody who can fight, who can talk badly. Now you make us to put aside our books and start using abusive words. That is sycophancy. In fact, the reason why I see why leaders want to elect the non-elected, the non-educated leaders is the reason being that they will become yes men and women once they're elected. And the problem of having yes men and women around you is the beginning of a downfall. You need to have people who can say no to you, who can tell you when your zip is down, you need to actually zip up. But when you have somebody saying yes every time, even when you're wrong, then you see that's where Kenya is right now. Because we have leaders being surrounded by yes men who are very afraid to tell them no. For people like us, I'm not afraid to tell my leader no, because even if they fire me, I'll get a job the next day. But if you know you have no way out, you'd rather become a yes man, a yes woman, and that's what Kenya is actually having. Look at Kisumu. Kisumu, they're electing MCAs and MPs and senators who are professors and doctors. In fact, in Kisumu, if you go, you'll think that it is a faculty of a university faculty. Everybody is a doctor, even from a chief. Yeah. You think it's a faculty of university. But when you start coming outside these areas now, you start thinking it's a kamkunji of football players and with some funny names. Somebody who walks, wakiatu. Somebody who speaks, wakuongea. Yes. Somebody who, like, you start getting some funny names because you don't have a qualification that goes with that. Now we start giving you funny names that will go with you, the way we see you. So you see, I think Kenya, we are becoming a laughingstock of the world, and you need to change that. If the president is seen, I know he's seen, and all these people around, let them up their game. Let these legislatures pass a law that puts this minimum qualification. We can take notes from farmers. Farmers, when they are looking for seeds to plant, they usually look for the best hybrid seeds. When you want to look for an animal to sire, you look for the best male breed so that it can give you good offsprings. True. So why does it, when it comes to leaders, you want to look for the weakest leader to produce weak seeds? So when you look for a strong animal for the next generation, it will give you good results. So we need to take lessons from farmers. Even you, when you're selling clothes, you don't display old clothes in front of your boutique. You display good clothes, like the suit you're wearing, good clothes, so that customers can come. You don't display the old ones who will be coming to check the new ones at the back. So I think we are putting the cow or the ox in front of the cart. Right. How can the body lead the head? It can't happen. I've never seen that.
Engineer, you agree with that? What happens if you lose?
I'm not anticipating to lose because I am here to serve the people. And I've been serving the people. And that it's a continuous thing in my life. And from what my fellow colleague had said, we are having that. Actually, it was very interesting. During my campaign, I spoke to a few people, and while I was articulating my strategies and even manifesto, there is one lady who stood up and said, "You are so precise to what you want to do. I was expecting you to come and give me all sorts of things, here, there, went, came." But you are so precise. And she was amazed by that. And I think from that one single lady, she went giving other people the ideology of, we need this. And also, I would add on it, I would be very happy to have debates that my colleague is telling me, why are you using this project? It's too low for that capacity. Think big. Let's do this. Not having people to go and ask, Governor, nipe ka idea kidogo. Yes. And I think we will change that.
Absolutely. Engineer Lucy Wanjiko, I don't know if you know her. Yes. She says the bench is becoming a beacon of hope. Seeing all these professionals stand up for leadership, I like the evolutionary theory of the next generation getting better. Let's get more feedback from the magic wall. I know there are a lot of tweets coming in very thick and very fast. T. Manyara, LLB, lawyer, okay, says, I'm an aspirant in Meru County, and I can tell you for free, most of those vying for MCA posts, majority, do not know the roles of an MCA. True. Oversight, legislation, representation is broad. The main role of an MCA is to lobby.
On all those,
all these?
On all those aspects.
Okay. Otieno Amola says, Daktari talks of outsourcing funds and taking youth somewhere for sponsorship. How sustainable are these? Isn't that promoting servitude?
Yeah, I think the point here is that you actually need to solve, or maybe to teach in time. That is, you need to solve the problem that you have at hand. So if I am able to solve the problem of giving scholarships to 2 or 3 students or 5, I'm better off than somebody who's doing nothing. So I think that mentality that we need to change as Kenyans is that do what you can at your own level.
True. Absolutely. Godwin Ndege says, in cases where they all fail to become MCAs, what are their plans for the community? I think I asked Daktari and I asked Engineer. So, Wakili, what are you going to do?
I have done it before, Jeff.
Your wife will not be very happy if you lose, you know that.
I know Joan will not be happy.
She'll never forgive you.
She'll never forgive me, but she has been through the trenches with me, serving the community in the small and the big way that we've done. And believe me, I will broaden the podium for you to serve my people.
Dr. You're saying your mother didn't speak to you for 2 days?
Yes, yes, for 2 days. And also my wife, my loving wife, that is Perpetual Njoki Mwangi, and my mother, Alice Nyambura, and my father also, David Koimbori. So for my wife, it's a young family. I have my father of 2 daughters. So mine is a litmus test. So I hope she won't leave me. For you, you have stayed with her.
For the last 21 years.
Through the trenches. Mine, she hasn't even seen the doors of the trenches. I'm sorry for that. So I think she's, yeah.
All right. Tony says, do political parties affect the workability, independence, and freedom in the House?
Oh, yes.
You agree? Yeah?
Yeah, they do.
Because some NCAs have recorded 0 development in their administrative wards because they fell out with their county bosses.
Exactly.
It is true.
Dr.
It is true. We have seen that. And maybe the best scenario I can tell you is this. Most of the MCAs I've seen, those who are in power, like the governors and maybe the senators, are helping them to get those seats. So once they help you, let me tell you, that will be a devil that will be paying all your dues too. In terms of if you get a contract or maybe word fund, they tell you, I'm the one who helped you to get that seat. Do this. That development fund, allocate it to me, I give it to my own contractors. So yes, if you are in good books with them or in bad books, that's what I'm saying. In fact, I'm happy that Engineer, she's going independent. Yeah. She answers to nobody. That's the best thing. Yeah. She answers to nobody. But for me in UPF, we have a brotherhood. So I think it's more or less like an independent party because we do things fairly.
Yeah. Engineer, you're the odd one out here. You're the independent one.
Yes.
Okay. Honorable Elder Davey says, I appreciate the team in studio, Doctor, Engineer, and Wakili. That's what we need in our leadership. I also hold a master's degree and running for MCA Roringo ward in Nyeri. We need different levels of minds in the county assembly.
Good job.
Yeah,
good job.
That's what we do require.
Well done, well done, well done. Mark Oseno says, today's bench is the most exciting, absolutely fresh, ambitious, and an image of what Kenya's politics needs today. To the contrary, we have an electorate which has already been adulterated and directionless. We have a long way to go. Wakili, you agree?
We have a long way to go through. We have not emerged from the, and I still repeat this, we are still in the old school of local authorities. I'm just hoping and praying that this second phase or this second cycle of elections will bring in fresh air.
Absolutely. Jeremiah Karaoke Msae is saying, from the trio, they give hope to changing the politics at the grassroots, of where more and more elite join politics at lower units. Actually, the county assembly should have a combination of brains and practical skills, as offered by touts, Juakali business people, etc., etc. Combination of brain. It takes all kinds of people, right? It takes all kinds.
Yes.
Crispus Swadhimba says, Dr. Engineer and Wakili represent those of us who believe you don't clean from the outside. Joining politics from the lowest office is the first step towards cleaning the entire political game.
Oh, yes.
Politics is dirty, but we can make it clean, changing the mindset.
Crispus.
Crispus.
Good job, Crispus. I think he has nailed it.
Epic.
Yeah.
He has nailed it.
He has nailed it. Winnie Mitula says, the elites should wait until they join a county assembly. They will know that politicians who hold papers upside down do very good politics, achieve their goals, and even block.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So, yeah, I think if it needs be that we hold our papers upside down,
yes,
I would rather do that.
Yes.
But it means that the papers that we have and the skills will not go away. If
Yes.
it means for us to hold our papers upside down
Yes.
so that we get things going,
Yes.
we'll do that.
Yeah.
So if you can't beat them, you join them. But what we are saying is we have not reached that level.
Yeah.
We want for them to join us, not for us to join them and to change.
I was about to give you that. I was about to say that, saying, Dr. Ari, and you beat me to it. If you can't beat them, join them, because out there, it's ugly, man.
Yeah.
Are you going to be that changing face? Are you willing to be that person?
Yeah, the ugly it is, I would rather, I'll be the ugliest. I would rather be the ugliest than them, so that we blend. So I would rather even go for facial and the rest, and makeups and the rest. If it means for me to be uglier and to meet that game of them being the ugliest, I think I'll do that. It takes what you have to do, and it reaches a point that a man has to do what a man has to do. And
Jeff,
that's the point.
It said,
Go on, engineer.
Sir Charles Moore said, the strongest man is the one who stands alone. The strongest man is the one who stands alone, especially in times of challenge. Yes, believe me, the three of us will not purify the reality out there, at least for now. But we've got to start from some place. We've got to start some point. If he starts it in Nakuru, she starts in Murang'a, I will start it in Kakamega. I might be the only man in the Kakamega County Assembly in 2022. But you can rest assured, I'll not be the only man in 2027. And that really depends on what I will do for the 5 years if the people of Mia Central Ward give me the opportunity to serve them. And of course now then the Kakamega County. I will inspire somebody. I'll inspire a doctor, a teacher, an engineer, somewhere. So if Wakili came down and decided to drain the swamp, as Trump will put it, to drain the swamp, then I think come 2027, I need to join forces with him to do what? To drain it even faster. Because if I'm doing it alone, then it's going to take a bit of time. If the 2-3 of us, then it will take a short time. So if you're doing that in Kakamega County, he's doing the same in Nakuru, she's doing the same in Murang'a, then it will take a short time. Just as a word, 2013, I contested for speaker. As he talks about speaker, 2013, I actually contested for speaker's position in Kakamega County. I became third, or rather I lost to go to the second round by a vote. And not necessarily a transparent vote. Because the first, Hamasi had 20 votes. Buluma, who became the speaker, had 18. I had 17 votes. 4 people who were literally my people, for some strange reasons, their votes were counted as spoiled. So politics is a very interesting game. Even as we get into it, let's not get in thinking that our education, our brains will make things work. There's more into politics than just mere paper or education.
Absolutely. Engineer, going forward, final thoughts.
I think I would appreciate what he has said. Us getting the education gave us a broader understanding of things, and even give us experience beyond what one generation has seen. And that is why we have a generation appreciates when the next generation grows better than them. And that is what we want to see. And I believe I am an inspiration in my place. And whatever my fellow Wakili has said, it will not take 2 today to change. It is gradual. And with us having Daktari, me, and Wakili, we will take baby steps, but eventually we will change it. And we appreciate that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Daktari, I'll let you have the last word.
Thank you so much, Jeff. And let me just say that my journey towards politics, which is just 8 months old, I can't say that I can take all the credit. Coming into the political world, I needed to look for a mentor. We need mentors everywhere. And if you are skilled the way you are, Jeff, in your media world, you need to have people you're mentoring. You can't go away with all these skills. You can't. That's injustice. So my first step is I approached the governor of Nakuru County, who is a good friend, and I asked him, will you be my political mentor? That's it. Can you be my political mentor in terms of giving me advice and the way forward so that I don't fall into pits that maybe they did fall into? So as a scholar, I did that. And I can say that he has guided me well. He has given me the route paths to follow and what not to follow. So what I can say is that we need more political mentors. Let's not have this vacuum. And I think that has been the biggest problem that we are seeing in the national politics right now. You see the Mount Kenya region is having a problem. The leaders transitioned. Kibaki mentored somebody. When it comes to Moi, he mentored somebody. But right now we had a vacuum in Mount Kenya. That's why you see everybody is running helter-skelter because there is no kingpin there. Because the people who are mandated to actually mentor others, they didn't take that time. Or maybe they took that time, but the people who are supposed to be mentored went way ahead. Because the 48 laws of power is that you should not outshine your master or your leader. You should not to any one point. So I think the learning process stops there. But what I can say is that we must be ready to unlearn to learn. For you to learn, you must be ready to unlearn. That's what I'm doing. When I came to the ground, I told the people that I have been a teacher in my class. But when I come to this world of politics, I am now a student. You are now my teacher. That's what I told them. I am a student. I'm learning from you. So that we need to separate the two. But moving forward, I'm saying is that let's look at leaders on merit. Let's not vote on political, tribal, or all these shells we are putting ourselves into. Look at the manifesto. Look at your leader. What did they promise 5 years ago? Did they achieve it? Yes. If they did, well and good. Don't fix something if it is not broken. You only fix it if it is broken. So if it is not broken, move along with the leader. So for me, all I can say is that I'll be vying and my ambition is now set on the speaker's seat in the MCA and the Assembly of Nakuru County. And also I'll be pushing for the re-election of Governor Lee, who is the governor of Nakuru County. And also I'll be pushing for the re-election or the election right now of the Azimio party leader, that is Raila Amolo Odinga. And on the same page, we are having now discussions on the running mates, which is happening. So we are hoping that the committee which has been set forth to elect and to choose wisely, be it Mother Karua, be it Kalonzo, because there are so many who are also capable. So let them choose wisely and give us a leader. And for the person who will not be chosen, all we can say is that Azimio is a party that brings people together. Let's not have people moving away or giving threats that they will move away from the party if they're not elected. There are so many seats. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Dr. Kinyanjui Koimbori, Engineer Catherine Mwai, and Wakili Henry Wanyundi. But you've really changed the perspective of a lot of our viewers about politics and politicians. Yeah. I hope this is a new face of Kenya we're seeing. Yes. Professional, and they know what they want, and they're not out there just to take. Thanks so much for your input, guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And I hope you learned as much as we did right here from these professionals, a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, and many more out there. You saw the tweets, many more professionals running for public office. They want to change the face of Kenya. At the end of the day, I keep saying this, it's up to you. It's up to you. Thanks so much for watching JKL. Remember, every Wednesday, it's all about those 3 letters on the keyboard that follow each other. JKL, right here on Citizen Television. Thank you. Good night, good luck. God bless Kenya.